So, Nimit, how did you deal with failures? Because I'm sure it wouldn't have been easy for you. You might appear quite chill, but then it wouldn't have been easy. So, how did you deal with failures? You had 9 screen outs.
Yes.
So, that's not an easy thing. Your manifestation is quite strong. And you did manifest flying branch specifically. So, how did it happen? How did it started?
In Indian Air Force, the main dream of every person is to join Flying Branch. So the same is mine as well. So I also dreamed about Flying Branch in Indian Air Force. So I also prepared for that, and finally I got Flying Branch.
Hello, hi viewers. Welcome to Cadet Alumni Association. I'm your host Nandini Kushwa. And today we have with us Nimit Raghuvanshi, a boy from Ganj Pasoda who comes from a humble background. He is an ex-NCC cadet of 14 MP Battalion Vidisha, Bhopal Group. He's a basic graduate and has been consistently clearing AFCAT 1 and 2 of 2024 and AFCAT 1 and 2 of 2025. And he's been recommended from 4 AFSB Varanasi. Prior to this, he had faced 9 screen outs. Yes, viewers, you heard it right, 9 screen outs. Now let's hear Nimit's story from his side. So Nimit, let's start with the introduction. Tell us about your family background and what inspired you to join the forces.
Okay, so my name is Nimit Raghuvanshi and I am from Ganjwasda, a town in Vidisha district of MP. So in my family, we are 4. So my mother, my elder sister, my younger brother. My mother, she is a housewife, and my elder sister, she got married in April last. And my brother, he is pursuing BSc graduate in physics honors from Excellence Bhopal. Now about my motivation. So it is my cousin brother. So he when I was in maybe second or third class. So when he comes to our house, so he brings some chocolates and all from army canteen. So I thought they are all free and it is very good, like very cheap over there. And even the respect also he got in the family. Then I got in my ninth class the physics teacher. So he taught us about the National Defense Academy examination. So from there I searched it and then I started preparing for defense exams.
You started from NDA. You
Yes.
started preparing from NDA.
Yes.
Okay, was there any other source of motivation?
Mainly this is the motivation behind my me joining the defense forces.
Okay. So, Nimit, as you have cleared AFCAT consistently, and what is the what could be the reason for you to clear AFCAT?
So I will like dividing it into 4 parts. So like the GK, the reasoning, the English, and the maths part. So I'm good at maths and also for the GK part. So it is mainly current affairs and the geopolitics. I'm quite interested in those. So I started preparing for that by making mind maps and all. And also division is the best key, and also the mocks. I did them on the textbook app.
Okay.
Okay.
So, what is that one segment? Because I've heard that people say mathematics is very important. If you are good in math, then AFCAT is a piece of cake for you. So,
Now, talking about mathematics, so it is elementary mathematics. So it is very easy. It is up to 8th class. But the GK part, it is very effective for that because it will also help in SSB
yeah.
because the geopolitics, the current affairs for the GD part in the SSB.
Okay. Okay. So, this was the reason how you cleared AFCAT. Okay. Now, let's move forward with AFSB.
Yeah.
Because we've heard about SSB, the procedures of SSB, but AFSB is a new thing for all of us. So, for the viewers who are watching Cadet Alumni Association, so what you think that there's a key difference between SSB and AFSB?
The
Or perspective?
Yeah, so the basic difference is the psych test. It is on the same day after the screening test. In the rest, the individual obstacles only, which are arranged in a circular way other than the SSBs because they are in an unorganized way in SSBs. And the rest process is the same.
Okay, and now let's start with AFSP. So let's move with GD. Do you have any tips or tricks for GD? How did you approach group discussion? Because it's a complete chaos. Group discussion is a chaos. So how did you approach group discussion?
Okay, so about the GD, so it is mainly the current affairs, the reading of the newspaper, and also keeping the revision. So if you keep revising things, the notes you have prepared, the mind maps you have made, so it will all help at that time when the simple the pause which you get in the GD. At that time, you can come up with your facts and also the points. It is the main you should prepare for uh, current affairs mainly for GD.
And you should wait for the right
Yeah.
moment.
Also wait for the right moment so that you can start your point and instead of going into the fish market.
Yes, absolutely. And what about GTO?
GTO, so it is about the obstacles. So when you facing any of the obstacles, whether it is a PGT, HGT, FGT or command task, you should just directly stand on the obstacle. So the ideas will come over there.
Okay.
It is also the presence of mind over there. It will also help. And how to use all those resources you are provided by the GTO. So it is the basic for the GTO task.
And your presence of mind does play an important.
It is very important.
Okay. And what about your interview? How did you approach it?
Okay, so about the interview, the basic thing over there is the presence of mind, because the questions you are not expected which question he will ask.
Yeah.
Whether the CIQs or any of the questions, the sequence of those questions. So I was asked, maybe I remember all the questions in one go.
Yeah.
So he asked all the questions to me in one go, the CIQ 1, 2, 3 and all. So presence of mind over there and also remembering those things. And some other questions also he asked. So I all answered, like I forgot the current affairs. But when he asked in a different way the question, so I presented on the basis of my memory.
Okay.
I read before.
Okay. So what were the questions from current affairs?
Okay, so from current affairs, the first question was who was the leaders came to the BRICS summit in which held in the Kazan, Russia. And the other question is all which war is affecting Germany and how. So I was able to describe that which war is affecting, but not how. But then when he asked about the tariffs which America is putting on India more than China, so answering to that question, I explained the whole perspective of America. Like India is a small economy comparing to China,
Yeah.
and also it has less market than China because it has market all over the world. But India is a limited market, and also India is a very big power and quite good friend of both Russia and Ukraine. So it will also affect the war in such a way, like we are purchasing crude oil from Russia at the cheapest price, and also we are the second largest buyer of Russian oil. So I answered in such a way that he understood, like
That he knows.
yeah, I know mostly, but I'm not able to recall at the particular time.
But there would have been a trick for you to recall. Did you differentiate in pros or cons? How did you recall?
Okay, so I study from mainly like YouTube channels, current affairs, and also when I scroll my reels on Instagram. So they are mostly of current affairs based. The channels I follow, and also like for the current affairs, I first write them and then also search them a lot. Like if I got something about the like Super Sukhoi, which is to be integrated in the Air Force, the 60,000 crore budget. So I studied about that. What are the upgrades about over there? What are the new things to be added in that Sukhoi? So in this way, I also make notes of them. So it helped me a lot in the interview and also the GD.
Okay. And what about the flying branch? Because was it a dream for you to join flying branch? Because you just mentioned about Sukhoi.
Yeah.
So was it a dream to join flying branch?
Yeah, of course. In Indian Air Force, the main dream of every person is to join flying branch. So the same is mine as well. So I also dreamed about the flying branch in Indian Air Force. So I also prepared for that, and finally I got flying branch.
Okay. Now, what was the approach you had in order to clear AFHP? Were you a chilled out candidate or were you stressed? What was it?
I'm very chilled out candidate. Like whenever any task happens, I just come to my group mates, those 6 people, and just we just enjoy the test which we have done. Like what are the mistakes you have done? We never counted that, but we ask each other to do better for that.
Okay.
We also motivated each other.
I supported
So yeah, we supported each other. It's not like competitive. Yeah,
competition.
my group was very great
Okay.
at the time.
That's a very positive thing.
Yes.
Because usually it doesn't happen. Like everybody is quite competitive
Yes.
in that environment. Okay. So, Nimit, how did you deal with failures? Because I'm sure it wouldn't have been easy for you. You might appear quite chill, but then it wouldn't have been easy. So, how did you deal with failures? You had 9 screen outs.
Yes.
So that's not an easy thing. So, what was the key trick?
Okay, trick is different, but the main reason behind me motivated to about after failures is my family. So because they are also very supportive, my family and also my friends, they are very supportive. Like when I call my mother, mummy, I got screened up, so she was like, okay, try in the next time, and same with my sister and my brother as well. So they were all chill. So I was also chilled, and also like a bit of setback I felt for one day only. Then I started preparing for that for the next SSBs.
Okay. So, Nimit, we discussed about the role of a family and friends. Now, let's move forward to CPSS, which is Computerized Pilot Selection System Test. So, how was it?
Okay, so the computerized pilot selection system, which is previously known as PABT or the Pilot Aptitude Betty Test, it is like playing a video game also, and there are 2 tests in that. The first one is the comprised test for your skills like mathematics and all,
Okay.
the reasoning skills you got.
That's
all,
the written one?
yeah, that's the written on the first test.
Okay.
And also the reading test, that how you read the meters, the altimeter, the speedometer, and all. And then after the result of the first test, you will be sitting in the cockpit of that stage 2 test
Okay.
of the. It is like a fighter aircraft cockpit, but not actually like that. But then there you will have to play video games. So in that, your nervous system, how it works with your hands and your legs, all the nervous system is very it should be sync with your thinking, that in what you are watching on the screen, and you will have to do the same with your legs and hands. It is very complicated, and also the presence of mind is very important in the whole process of SSB. So it is also important in the CPSS as well.
Okay. So, is there any way we can practice it out?
Playing video games, maybe, but not that much that you will be engaged in all those only. But a bit of like BGMI, the Free Fire and all, those games which are complicated, you will have to use most like your brain in those games. That is mostly important for your CPSS.
So, basically, CPSS is all about how well your mind and your body is synchronized.
Yeah. It is like you will have to work in such a way that your hand and your leg should work. Like you will have to move the wings of your aircraft, and also the speed. You will have to manage the speed. You will have to move the wings, and also see the altitude and all.
Yes.
So it is. That's why it's like your nervous system should work properly.
It's the game of nervous
Yes,
system.
it is game of.
Okay, Navit, now let's move forward with your NCC journey. What was the motivation behind joining NCC, and what are the mistakes cadets can avoid while being in NCC?
Okay, so my motivation is joining the army. So I got to know that NCC is the second line of defense. It is called as.
Yes.
So I joined it in my 9th class, and even I joined the government model higher secondary school only for the NCC.
Oh.
For A certificate. Okay. And then in my college, there I also joined the NCC, and about the like thinking what we should do in NCC. Mostly,
we can utilize NCC.
so most of the people avoid, like they just come for maybe refreshment or like yaar ho gaya and all,
Sure, okay.
fun and all. But one should like there are a lot of camps, like the leadership camp.
Okay.
There we are taught a lot about the SSC process, and about the next thing is that using NCC for your fun only is not a way. Like you should utilize, like you should meet the leaders or the your commanding officer, your group commander and all, and also get motivation from them and how they join and all, because you are always interacted with the army personnel, so you will have a knowledge of that particular thing.
And I think we utilized it quite well because we are in touch with Brigadier Sanjay Ghosh sir. So I think that has been quite beneficial for you as well.
Yes,
I
sir.
think. So how did it help you? How did connecting to Brigadier Sanjay Ghosh sir help you?
Okay, so I was like asking sir for my SSBs and all, and also I saw him during my best credit when I was in intergroup competition
Okay.
and also in the inter battalion competition.
Which year are you talking about?
2022.
Okay.
So in that year, I was the best kid from our battalion, and then also second, we were two. Rohan and I are the best kid for our group for the IGC. There I saw I meet sir, and that's all about it.
Okay. So you prepared for RDC 2023?
Yeah.
Okay. You went till IGC.
I went till IGC in best kid and Guard of Honor.
You were the reserve best cadet.
No,
Yes, no?
in IGC there is no reserve,
Okay.
but in the final it is on it directly.
Okay. So you were in the competition of best cadets. That's what you were. Okay. So now let's move forward with the manifestation part, because when we were talking off the records, I got to know that your manifestation is quite strong, and you did manifest flying branch specifically. So how did it happen? How did it started?
Okay, so basically I prepared for defense forces to join army only,
Yeah.
but later I got to know that there is also the flying branch in AIB Rose, and even I am eligible because of my physics and maths in 12th class, so I opted for that. And even I also was the Top Gun Maverick, both parts, the fighter of Hrithik Roshan as well. So I found a lot of things to learn from there, like the Cobra maneuver and that in both of those films, and also the speed. I love speed, so it is also one thing. So I manifested like I'm flying an aircraft, and also I will get the flying branch in the Air Force. So now I finally got, and also
So the visualization part, it actually helped.
Yes.
So it really helped you.
actually what happens when you visualize, you are set to, like, you're focused on something.
Yeah.
If you are manifesting flying branch, so you will focus on like what are the aircraft, what are the things they do, what are the speeds at which they fly, and also the altitude. So it will also help like knowing the deep point of that particular branch. So I manifested the flying. So I learned a lot of flying branch, the aircrafts in deep. So it helped a lot.
Okay. So Nimit, who else helped you when you were in NCC, or who inspired you
Okay,
to
so
join armed forces?
in my NCC, both my commanding officers, like the previous one, Colonel Arvind Rana, sir, and also the recent one, the Colonel Vikas Gupta, sorry, Chakra, sir, also. He also, they both motivated me to join as an officer,
Okay.
because whenever I call them, so they will like, you should wait and improve yourself.
Okay.
So it is the best thing one can say, instead of they helped me in that way.
Okay. And what else? How else did they help you?
Okay, so when I interacted first with Colonel Vikas Gupta sir, so there he said that you need to mainly work on your English only, because rest you are good. So because of that, maybe he know that I am from a small city where English is not up to that mark. So I worked on that. He also had.
How did you work on that? I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
Okay, so in that particular way, I made a lot of friends from all over the country. So from some friends from my south, so they don't know Hindi.
Okay, that was because of the mount training camps on
EBSP.
EBSB. Okay.
And the EBSP I got.
You utilized NCC in quite well manner, yeah.
So in my EBSB, I made friends from Kerala. So they're from some friends are most of them in the south don't know Hindi properly. So they just talk in English. So I improved my English by talking with them. So it is very helpful. And even this is the way that how you should utilize NCC. Instead of like for fun only, you should utilize NCC by using the resources, the friends you make. And this is how I improve my English. And and also he also motivated me a lot. When I got screened out, when I informed him that I have my SSB, and then after result he called me, and what was the result? So I said I got screened out. Okay, nothing to worry. He, in that way, that nothing to worry is very important.
Yeah.
Because it is not demotivating, but it is motivating. Okay, so you will try next time again, improve yourself and all. This is
And
also one of the reasons.
we need such people in our life who keeps us grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the podcast. And before ending the podcast, I would just like to say that he is quite a studious guy. He has been getting scholarships, and then he has leadership qualities. He was the SEO
Yeah.
in NCC. So I think these small things, it really helped him to be what he is today. And that brings us to the end of the podcast. I would just like to say that we hope that you continue to make your family and your city proud, and hope to see you soon as an officer, flight lieutenant.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming to our podcast.
Okay, thank you.